Right. Okay. Hello.
Do they have the same
Happy.
parts?
What are you doing? Fucking Christ. Strobe lights going on.
I was just adding to the flavour. Cryptics and stuff.
Is that
I was
right?
very scared there when he did that. I think that
Did you?
he should be allowed to do whatever effects he deems necessary.
Okay, welcome back to the Dopes and Dragons channel. I'm here with a familiar face Happy. I'm a familiar face Zaj. I'm a familiar face Ding, and a not so familiar face on this. But we're very glad to have a game with Pooples after so long. I'll be trying to organize something. Pooples, say hi.
It's gonna be good.
Look up from the.
Hi.
Right, so
By
today,
the way, the layout's sick.
do you like that?
Yeah, it's actually sick.
Thank you. I made all that myself, prior to like taking some of the logos and stuff like that. But
Wait, I got it.
I really like. I think it fits the kind of theme of it. You know what I mean?
No fighting.
So
Okay.
today we're.
That's not a good sign so far.
What did he say?
He said the overlay is very not fighting based.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I feel like there's gonna be an ongoing joke. So Zaj is now complaining that I lied to him, saying there's a ton of fighting in this system.
Broke my heart. Broke my heart.
So we're delving into some Candela Obscura. Only myself and Happy have experience with this as well, I think. So might be a little bit like a little stuck at times. I think we'll have a good flow to it. This is horror, so a little bit of warnings for some body horror mainly in this one. Just general horror themes, dark themes. Mainly nothing else extreme other than some body horror. And
Well, and Pooples' backstory.
Pooples' backstory, but hopefully that doesn't come up at all.
That horror shouldn't exist, but it exists.
If anyone's watching the stream, let me know if the audio levels are okay. I think they're alright.
Oh, I didn't. Let me check.
I'm just going to turn Discord up. Give me I'm going to set the scene. We're going to play out a little scene first, and then we're going to jump into it. So everyone jump in the imagination copter. Happy's getting some strobe lights going. The Bridleborne Mountains were the one place a person could go to get away from the hum of the city, but no more. Overmount's recently illuminated streets now buzz with the light of infinite potential. What was once a small logging encampment is now a bustling company with electric lights. The first in the region, in fact. Hackley and Wilde Timber, the logging company that birthed and sustains this town, has been none too quiet about how proud they are of this distinction. For the citizens, however, it's a dubious honour. They may be all too eager to relinquish, despite the ever-present hum of the electric currents. This sleepy little hamlet, where very little occurs, is quiet. Boom! A shotgun roars in the distance.
Oh, I don't know what that was.
The Discord sound kind of did you dirty there, if I'm honest.
No!
Yeah.
Shut up.
What?
A thunderous boom shatters the night's silence. A grizzled, pale-skinned man stands at the back door of a ramshot home. He cracks the shotgun open as a spent cartridge bounces off the ground, his hands shaking, struggling to reload his shotgun. Sweeping the darkness for whatever made noise, he retreats to the protective glow of the small college light. Sweat beads on his forehead, dripping into his eyes. This thing blurs his vision as he wipes his face. He hears the sounds that scared him, now coming from inside the house. In a flash, the light bulb beside him bursts. The man raises his gun up to meet something blacker than night itself. The stench of ozone precedes an electric crackling and a massive pop, after which the house is left in only silence and darkness. We fade out, come back to bright city streets, cars and carts, horse-drawn carts, moving around the roads, people bustling around. About midday, as we zoom in to the title of The Boot and Saddle. As we come in closer, we see a man behind the bar working away. Zaj, describe to us Archibald.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck, I did not think of this. Fuck. He's got some stubble. It's like 5 o'clock shadow. He's about 6 foot tall, 6'1".
What about what age is he?
He's about 27.
Okay.
He is dark hair as well on top, sorry. He's kind of got like some different like cuts and nicks on his face, kind of like slightly scarred. And I don't know what else what other details you might want to know.
Yeah, no, that's plenty. So what do we see him, what's he doing at the current moment? What would you say?
Absolutely fisting the glass and cleaning it. You know the thing that you see people doing in the movies? Where they're like...
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend. I don't know.
I know, yeah. There's other ways of saying it than absolutely fisting the glass.
Yeah, you could say
Right,
like
okay. He's just cleaning the glass then. There you go. It was meant to be the script. Like descriptive, sorry.
Of all fucking ways, man.
Fish in the glass here.
I don't know what you guys want from me. I'm doing my best here.
Okay, so as you're working, you're serving away, maybe pouring some drink, cleaning the bar, all that sort of stuff. It's not that busy. You know, there's a few occupants. It's only kind of, as I said, just past midday. It's not busy at all. You see the door creak open. A very slim, familiar figure walks towards you. Glenn Morello. He approaches the bar.
Oh, sorry, me. Yeah, it's me. He'll nod his head and he'll be like, Glenn.
And he says, well, Archibald, as he glides past the bar, and you see him go straight towards one of the doors leading towards the back room, and it clicks. You need no other signal to know team's been called.
Shit.
Sean, what would we find you doing around this time of day?
Of course. Oh.
Not you, Sean, other Sean.
Yeah, sorry. That's
Catch us out a few times, I think.
going to be a problem.
You around this time, he will be probably around in the local park, just feeding a few ducks, walking around.
Okay.
He'd be in his brown three-piece suit, and he has like a little Capone hat that's half ripped, but still always on his head. He has one of those big rosy noses, as a whiskey drinker always does have. What's very weird about me, he has very piercing blue eyes, and he looks about to be in his about 60s. And he would have probably got a later to do a meetup, and then would be on making his way after he feeds the ducks, making his way to the spot.
So as you're there feeding the ducks, maybe you sit down on a bench that's not too far by, as you're kind of just taking in the sights around, taking in the tranquility, almost out of your peripheral, like you don't cop it at all until they're sitting right beside you, and you hear a voice, and it just says, "John."
Is it time already?
And he hands a little piece of paper and just gets up and walks off without saying anything.
I'll be there in a second, and I just break off the last bits of the bread and start throwing it into the pond to feed the ducks.
Okay, so we see Sean get up, and he starts, as camera pans out, as Sean starts leaving towards the park, leading towards their chapter house. Joffrey, what do we think where would Joffrey be at this time of day?
Joffrey would actually be sat at home right now in his armchair having a nice glass of whiskey.
Sorry, is it Joffrey or Jeffrey? I think I'm getting it wrong.
Honestly, it's either.
You choose
Jeffrey, probably.
Jeffrey, okay.
Jeffrey, because it'll be easier on him. I'm going, hi, Joff.
So, resting in your armchair, lazing about during the middle of the day, maybe reading the paper, or what do you say, watching TV, something along those lines.
Oh no, he's just straight drinking.
Just straight drinking.
Just straight drinking.
That was the casual. No, he's well drinking, dude.
He's drinking, dude. He's not far gone, but he's like, you know.
He's got a buzz on him.
Yeah, he's tipsy.
Yeah.
So,
he's had the coppers.
You hear a very sharp, loud, like, I don't know if that came through on the mic, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Little knock, a very sharp and quick knock on your door.
I'd say Jeff would actually be kind of looking at the door a bit pissed off and just like, fuck off, and then basically just ignore the door. He's not a very happy man.
And Jeffrey, your services are needed.
He just kind of gets slowly up on the armchair and walks to the door and opens it.
And as soon as the door opens, you see a piece of paper is thrust out in front of you. And as soon as you reach to take it, he just turns around and walks.
Obviously, you read the note, and then
so you see the sigil just very crudely drawn on the piece of paper, Candela Obscura. And you know this is your sig. I imagine you put your beer bottle down, or did you bring it with you?
Oh no, I'm taking it with me, man. I put on my black coat.
It's illegal to drink an open bottle on the road.
Where's your brown bag?
It's in a Lucasade bottle, mate. It's in a Lucasade bottle. Don't worry.
So, last but not least, Alfred. Where do we find Alfred?
Alfred would be performing on like a street corner, and he would be mid-trick, as he would be like, "Is this your card?" And
you see maybe like a group of young kids, maybe teenagers, and they're all like, "Whoa! How have you done that?"
And magician never tells.
And he tries to rob you before you leave. No, I'm joking.
Oh, where are you?
It's the Wild West of Dublin.
Apparently so.
So you see, oh, come on, one more trick, mister. One more trick.
All right. And he'll ban out the cards and be like, "Pick a card, any card."
And they're kind of hemming and hawing. You see them putting their hand to their mouth. I don't know. And they're kind of talking amongst themselves which one. So they eventually grab.
Right, take a look at the card.
Looks at it.
put it back in any place of the deck and fans the deck back out again.
And he puts it back.
He shuffles the deck, kind of throws it up in the air, and he goes, hicks out the air, and he goes, "Is this your card?"
And he's like, the kids go wild, like, just go, they're losing it, and they're like, and it's just mind blown as they're kind of seeing, and they're just amazed by what's going on. And as the rest of the cards hit the ground, as you're gathering and picking them up, they're helping you pick them up. One of the kids, a bit older than the rest, picks up just one individual card, and as he hands it back to you, he kind of looks you dead in the eyes. And as you take it from him and he walks off, you see just paired with the card on the underside is a little note.
"I hate notes on the back of cards." He opens it.
And you also see the familiar sit now.
"Oh, not again." Turn around and head over.
So,
Head towards
yeah.
the pub.
So we fade out, we come back, dribs and drabs, you see team got John first, probably Alfred, and then Jeffrey, after he had found a pair of pants that doesn't have too many holes and
Excuse me, I am a well-dressed man.
I mean, depending on the picture, like, it's not. Archibald, you see them filter in, and as the last one comes through, you know it's your turn. So
For one, he's not a slob, he's just drunk. There's a difference.
maybe Archibald nods at his brother as he walks past him first. You do follow in the rest of the team into the room?
Yeah, do I need to lock the pub first though?
Maybe. Is that
Okay.
something you'd like to do?
Yeah, Archibald walks to the front and he'll just like
Okay.
pull all the bolts up and it's like dum dum dum, and then he like walks into the back room and like looks behind him, make sure there's no one there, and then closes the door behind them.
Just in the corner, you see one guy who was mid drinking his pint, and he's like, oh, oh,
Like this, he's like,
That's just that's drink his whiskey still, don't worry about it.
I'll just swipe a beer as I'm walking past.
So as you make your way towards this back, the room that you are kind of, it's a short, narrow corridor, and a couple rooms on the right. You know exactly which one they were going to. It's familiar to you as well. In the back, small room, not that large, enough to fit a decent sized table. And you see the mysterious man in front of you. He's kind of seated at the front of it, waiting. And as you come in, he's like, lock the door.
Archibald just closes the door behind him and then just hear the key twisting in the door like.
Well, it is to my displeasure to be once in your presence. Circle of Dispatch and I don't remember correctly. I'm sure you remember who I am. I'm Glenn, your lightkeeper, just in case.
So Jeff just kind of sits and goes,
So
Why is it such a displeasure to see us?
It's a good question.
well, maybe your previous missions haven't gone too well. So for a lightkeeper, just as a quick note, as we're new here, lightkeeper essentially this is a veteran Candela Obscura investigator, and they act as your guide in a sense. So they will also dish out your missions. They also dish out your missions and act as. So Glenn will then turn to Archibald and is like, okay, have a seat. As soon as you sit down, he says, well, I'm afraid we have another investigation. This one, we don't have a ton of information. Somebody has let slip that in the Bridleborne Mountains been a murder of some sort. All we know, we received a letter, not signed, but it instructed that the logging company is trying to cover up this murder, and a good Samaritan of some sort has asked that. Hackley and Wilde, have you heard of them?
I've heard rumblings.
Would we have heard of them?
Well,
Like, is it? No, I'm asking. I don't know if this works like D&D. Like, I'm asking you. I don't know if is it like a big name or something?
you would definitely. Yeah, I think some of you would have heard of them. Yeah, it'd be familiar enough.
Did you say Hackley and Wilde?
I'd say odds are Jeffrey probably would have at least known of it.
Yeah, well, actually, we can do a focus roll if you want to do our first roll.
Are we all roll?
Yeah, I'll let everyone roll just to get kind of familiar with it. So, as
I
a
have nothing in it.
so you can still roll, but you can roll twice and you take the lower result.
I failed.
That's a fail. Anybody else like to roll?
Go on,
Sorry,
then.
I'm just writing that down real quick.
How do I do it?
Actually, don't remember anything from yesterday.
I don't
What was
do
it?
anything, do I?
Hackley and Wilde.
No, sorry. What do we roll? Sorry.
Oh, focus. Yeah. So
So I have no balls and focus. So, do I roll twice?
yeah, you roll twice and we take the lower. I think you can still click it and it'll roll for you. Looks like it did it for Harry.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
have-
when I
do I
click
have-
it, it says you must take the. Oh, roll. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
I'm
have
not used to
two focus dice.
Wow.
Nice. So you can roll 2 dice and take the better result.
Yeah, I had to focus as
Nice. Okay.
One of them
well. I
was
got
gilded.
6 on my
And-
gilded, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, see the way that Pupils is kind of shiny with the gold around it. That means it's gilded. So if he had used some drive, he could replenish drive just as a reminder.
Okay.
So 2 of you
But
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
Can I just ask, could he have taken that 6? You know where you said if you take the gilded die, then there's like a consequence?
If that was a 4, if the guild dice was a 4 and his other one was a 6, it was the other way. He could take the 4 as a mixed success just so he gets some drive.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I watched some Candela Obscura recently, so I've kind of
Yeah.
got a basic understanding of it now.
Right. So Alfred and Jeffrey, 2 of you would remember hearing of the Hackley and Wilde as one of the first towns outside. So New Fair would have electricity itself, the main city, this big, like, it's a fairly large city. But a lot of these surrounding villages wouldn't. So this is why Hackley and Wilde, you would have heard of it recently, because they were one of the first to actually get electricity outside of the city.
Oh, these are little towns.
Yes, Hackley and Wilde, it's a logging, so it's like essentially it's out in, actually, yeah, with the successes, Joffrey and Alfred, between you would know that it's a logging town that's out in the Scarlet Wood. Okay. So,
I'd obviously
remember Glenn, yeah, it's like, good. Some of you seem to pay attention.
Huh?
And he'll say, well, as there's not much more to go from, I suggest you make your way through the town and see what we can find. Oh, they also mentioned that I can't remember if I mentioned, they are trying to keep it under wraps, so to sort, but you might run into some trouble trying to gain access. I'm sure you'll figure something out, though. Any questions?
Who was murdered?
Oh, well, he looks back at his little kind of bit of scroll he's written down. And Mike Werner.
Like Mike.
Sorry? Big Mike.
Like
Mike Werner.
How's that spelled?
Mike and then V-E-R-N-E-R.
Cool. And how were they murdered?
It doesn't say. So it was a very, the note was very
Vague.
kind of, very vague and very quickly, because it was kind of like, almost like they were trying to sneak it out, sort of thing, you know?
And what's the logging company trying to disguise this as?
Well, I'm afraid that there wasn't that much detail on the note we received, so I'm afraid you might be going in here so blind.
Oh, great.
Nothing unusual.
What was the logging company called?
Hackley and Wilde.
No,
Hackley.
is that not the town?
Oh, no, it's a name of boat, like, essentially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like a logging camp
Yeah.
town.
It's
thing.
a town that was built for the people working in the logging company. You know what I mean?
okay.
Woods.
Yeah.
It was Scarlet Woods, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So I've got like a case file here.
If I do remember, I think the tram goes up that way, does it? Or something, there's some way up to the mountains.
Yes, your best bet would be to take the train as far as well, it's the closest stop, and to walk.
I'm pretty sure Archibald has the money for it. Well, you do run the bar, so...
I guess. And he'll like turn to Alfred. Do you think Father would mind?
No, Daddy wouldn't mind.
Oh no!
Oh, well, then I better do.
Oh,
well, then
my
we just better not tell Daddy.
No, I don't think we'll have to tell Daddy at all.
We'll just tell Dodgy that we're leaving for a few days.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
there's no fucking ways I do it.
Oh, people.
Hey, listen, you should see what our original idea was. So
No.
you're getting the best
You
version.
are.
I think we lost people too.
Yeah, 1 second, boys. I'm
I
working on
think,
it.
I think he's just surprised.
Yeah, he's caught forever now.
I'm too surprised, man. I wasn't expecting it, you know?
So let's hope Daddy can pay for them tickets.
Dodgy, yes.
Doddy.
And Archibald will like open the door and he'll disappear down like to the back to the safe and he'll go and collect the necessary funds and come back and he'll have Pyramol. No kidding.
Fire 'em all. Fuck off. It's fine.
See a hammer glowing
Christ.
kind of flame in the corner.
I cast Burning Hands. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to.
No, fine. I'm alright, just Daddy.
Yeah, Doddy's in the corner and he's like the old woman in fucking Resident Evil 7 in the wheelchair that just follows you everywhere. He's just in the corner.
Is he still with us?
Sorry.
Archibald.
They say he's sound of mind, but
His pupils completely gone.
he can't speak. And then like Archibald will go over and give Doddy a little kiss on the cheek, and then leave off.
I'm trying to fix me camera.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So you guys would know that the central New Fair rail station would actually bring a good portion of the way. Check. Yeah. It leads all the way up into the Bridleborne Mountains, and it's just before the Bridleborne Mountains.
Road trip, gentlemen.
Actually, I can move you guys onto this.
I need supplies. We're going to take, and I take out a suitcase and put it on the table. I open it. I have like a big, like a little gun thing. This is my bleed detector.
Oh shit, can we have sound effects like that on them?
I don't know about yours, but mine does. What does the study say?
I'm just gonna refresh and I hope that fixes it.
Sure.
Realize
I haven't actually thought about my bleed detector.
Mine's kind of like one of them, like, it's basically like one of them scanners, like, that people do.
Like from
in
fucking Star Trek, where it's like...
no, like someone from Lidl would scan your objects, but like, it's just like, I go around.
as soon as I fuck you, camera. Oh my god, like
Okay.
I'm having a great time.
So yeah, if you guys, there you go. If you guys want to do any sort of shopping or anything like that, or if you want to prep specific supplies, I will remind you just that like your gear, you get 3 gear items, and you do not have to call out what that gear is beforehand. But for something specific you want to get or something like that, we can do that now.
Oh, I just.
I don't mean this in a rude way. I don't know what I would buy, you know, so it's, I don't know if there's something specific that I should get. I know
Well,
it's kind of...
No, yeah, you're kind of asking me to tell you what you should bring when it's like I can't tell you what what you should bring.
I just don't know what kind of items exist. Like, is there one of them Hoovers from Ghostbusters? Like, or...
No, fuck no.
Okay.
We're gonna just show a plasma thing. Sorry. Where's our snuck ghost companion? I don't know where he is.
A gas lamp maybe, or fucking, you know, like a...
Yeah, I take it my little bleed detector is gas powered,
Okay, cool.
and I put it back in, and then I have these rosary beads, but there's something weird about them, and I just put them in my pocket.
Okay, I like it. Yeah.
That's my weird weapon. That's my strange weapon.
Yes, if anyone has any strange weapons or something like that, feel free to give us a brief description. We don't have to tell us exactly how it works.
And then I have obviously the bleed containers, which are like I say they're like little fucking casket things.
So how do rolls work in this game? Sorry, I don't know. Right, you said we have to be kind of discreet, so I'm thinking, right, we might need to break into places, right? So I'm wondering if there's like a lockpick kit that we could take, or could I take for the weapon, could I take a weapon that potentially acts as a tool as well, or is that not allowed?
Yeah, well, like, the first thing that comes to my head is like a crowbar.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, right? So I'm thinking if I take a crowbar, can that count as one item and it's both my weapon and...
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well then I'll take a crowbar instead of knuckle dusters. I changed my mind on that.
Yep, cool.
I don't know on the other stuff for now, so I'll
That's
decide
fine.
as...
Well, that's the whole point. Like, you can be in the middle of a situation and you can say, okay, I would have brought X with, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Don't forget the rope, the 20-foot rope. We always need rope. I don't know why.
Can confirm. Always need rope.
Yeah, we can say that you purposely go out of your way. So we'll say that there's, as a team, you'd rope on one of you, and we'll say that's like an additional one just for this.
And so
Are we bringing Daddy?
Oh, Daddy!
I wheel Doddy out
Wheel
of the
Doddy
office. And Archibald's like, you degenerates, and he wheels Doddy out.
Is he coming? What does is he?
Jeffrey has a pocket watch, which is his bleed detector.
Ooh, cool.
It was from his wife.
Hope nothing bad happened to her.
I would be devastated if something happened to her.
Flashback.
I don't even know her, and she sounds fantastic.
I'm actually heavily invested in the story now of her. I hope nothing bad has ever happened.
I'm only watching for her.
Hairy.
For Mary.
That relationship is core to this story. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Can you move us along?
I'm gonna bring like 5 kind of rectangular pieces of metal that are kind of filed down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring a pipe vector.
Nice. Okay. I like it. Right. Anything else?
I'm bringing a piece of paper to read.
Okay.
I have a revolver on me because job.
Okay. Sure. Right. Make sure you take note of those gear, mark them off, and put them in your sheets and stuff like that. And we will then say that you guys will make your way towards the central train station.
Is Doddy actually coming?
No, Doddy is to mind the bar.
I presume.
I will let you know, Doddy
not.
is just like the woman from Resident Evil, like the old woman. Like, he can't talk. Me, he's like fucked. Like, he's not going anywhere.
But he's always there.
Yeah, but exactly. No matter what room you go into in the pub, he's just there.
Just sitting there.
That pub's getting robbed.
No, Doddy will defend it.
I've seen what Daddy can
With
do.
his life.
Okay.
He
Right.
can move when he wants.
We leave
I need
the pub.
Stop. No. We're moving forward.
Okay, well then I want to bring Dodgy.
Okay, so you guys make your way towards the train station. Doddy pays for everyone's tickets. Gets a family ticket.
Thanks, Doddy.
I'm family.
So you guys, next train is only about 10 minutes away. You get on. You take a seat. It takes about an hour maybe to make the journey. You cross the river. The scenery's a little bit barren in the first half of the journey, but as you start to come towards the very familiar Bridleborne Mountains, the Scarlet Woods just overtakes the scenery outside the train. The train rocks back and forth with the kind of rhythmic as you guys make your way towards these woods, and like the Scarlet Woods, like the leaves on these trees are like a deep crimson red color. It's a little bit ominous, and you've probably heard some old wives' tales and old kind of scary stories to tell kids as you're growing up about the Scarlets and stuff. But you guys travel, it takes the hour up to the train station, and even when you get off the stations where you get dropped off, there's not much to them. There's very little to them. A small cab. You guys get off at the closest one where you think you will find it, at the Hackley and Wilde. You walk along this dirt path. But once again, nothing really, just shoddy dirt path, a little bit wide. You could fit a car here if you got one this far up the Bridleborne Mountains.
If we weren't peasants.
If you were peasants. And you guys, after about a half an hour walk, you guys start to hear kind of movement town. You start to hear chitter. It's like it slowly gets louder and louder as you start to kind of approach. The Scarlet Woods kind of encroaching on you on either side. Very quiet. It's almost unsettlingly quiet, and then every now and then, very faintly in the distance, you'll hear the roar, like the rip roar of trees being cut down, cracking, fucking everything. As you guys make your way closer, you come into this town, and you see that it is probably larger than you would have expected. You know, there's a very crudely cobblestone town center. You know, very rough. They kind of lay down cobblestones for when it gets any sort of bad weather, rainy and stuff like that. You know, they're not very neatly placed together, just so there's some grip and stuff. You see a couple of large townhouses on the right, large two-story buildings. One in the middle kind of looks a little bit ornate, and this map is probably not the prettiest, but I did it myself, so bear with me.
It's like
Oh, Jazz. Oh my god, it is a big map.
So I probably didn't get scale quite right, so there's probably a bit more houses going on, but you guys are coming in from this dirt road to the east, and as you come in, you see the cobblestones, you see the large wooden house far right, and on the left, almost like the spokes of a wheel, there's these lines of housing coming away from the center of this town, and you very quickly see why when you see, and you probably hear it first, is the large buzzing that's almost like a fly at your ear, buzzing of generators that obviously generate the electricity for this town, which is why you guys would have heard it only recently as well. So you hear this loud buzzing, crackling, but people are going about their day. Off straight kind of across from you can see that's where the majority of the lump sense. Large kind of only just the outside of a shed, the kind of structure of a shed. It's like open, but it has a roof. And you see there's numerous people working away, cutting timber and felling trees on the far side. And the noise of it all is quite loud. As you come in as well, you see there's a small well dead center in this village, and what you see around it is almost like little splash of water caught me off guard. I don't know if you heard that. You see
I heard something, I was like, what the hell?
you see there's almost like little canopies just around it, kind of dotted around the square, which don't seem to have anything on them, but would set up almost like for like a shop front in a way. So you guys have walked in here without any conflict. Is there anything in particular that you think would take your interest, or where would you like to go first? You're getting a few weird looks from some of the residents.
I would like to say to the lads before you walked in, I would like to say to them, what's the plan? What are we coming in here as? Let's think, what should I need?
Sorry, apologies, I shouldn't let you guys have at the moment, but yeah, go on.
No,
We go in with charm and we go in with sophistication, and they'll talk.
Oh, but we need a plan if we're asked. No,
I was going to say that we're insurance workers.
Dotty sent us up here to fetch some wood.
Dotty did send us up here to fetch some wood.
Daddy does love some wood.
Okay, I understand that, but we just okay. Daddy sent us here to get some wood. Okay.
I like the insurance one.
Well, we can always split.
We're getting wood insurance.
Yeah, splitting the party seems like a great idea.
I don't think we can get wood insurance there, dear brother. We can get insurance or we can get wood. We can't get them both.
Well, I think you should be able to insure your wood.
You never know when you might need some more wood.
You never know what will happen to your
Just
wood.
a few extra inches is all you might need.
Or if the wood breaks.
In the faint distance, you hear a conversation. Does this wood look too big for you?
And all you hear is like is someone going, any bigger it'd be too big.
Oh, a hurt
You
boy.
hear somebody else go, no, that's just perfect.
Aww.
Let's just go in and see who died, figure out who's killing it, and dispatch of it. Before Doddy has to go to bed.
Oh, we could say that we are, yeah, because we need to get back because Doddy needs his meds. By the way, he's fucked without them. Could we not just say that we are, we've been sent by, like, I'm assuming this was reported to the police, was it? I don't quite understand if certain things that are like potentially paranormal skip the police and go straight to Candela Obscura.
So
They're trying to cover it up.
there would
so-
be a force that is kind of like the police, but they're not 100% trusted in a way. So
Okay.
the fact that it's come to you, to the Candela Obscura, makes it feel like it hasn't gone to them, to the police force. Be honest.
Okay, all right.
Don't forget the letter was snuck out, so
Yeah.
it's kind of they're trying to cover this up.
And I will just remind you as well, it was very like quick and small note is how fucking Glenn would have described it. So it's like, quickly kind of got out and tried to give you guys the
Gotcha.
word in a sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, then I think the insurance thing or whatever they want to do with the insurance, because I actually don't have a better idea.
I mean, there was a shotgun blast, so like
Now,
it would have been known, but
don't forget, that was just a little bit of flavor, so you guys wouldn't have seen that scene.
Alright, we're looking
Yeah,
for
but
a
if a shotgun goes off,
shotgun.
oh, virus.
It's a
And
shotgun
nobody's
goes
there
off and
to
nobody's
hear
there to
it.
hear it. Yeah, fuck off.
my god!
Well, then why did you tell us in the first place if I don't know it? Oh my god.
It's setting the scene.
Stop setting.
Bro, we break the fourth wall in this shit.
Okay, so my name is. We have to have all. Are we changing our names?
Oh yeah, shit, we're gonna have to lie.
I'm Barry Conway.
Oh
Okay,
fuck,
Barry.
you just had that ready to fucking go, mate.
I'm going to be called Albert.
Albert. Okay. Wait. But Albert isn't. Oh, Alfred. Albert. Okay, Albert. It's gonna be very confusing. I'm gonna call you. Yes.
You just cut out. unless you're going to call him
Let's
yes.
just call it yes.
All we heard is I'm
Yes.
going to call him. Yes.
Because that's all I did. Because I couldn't think of a word. I was like, yeah.
And this is my brother, no.
I would be Arnold.
And our father maybe is at home.
Harold is Sean. Got it.
Okay, I'm going to put you
No,
guys
I'm
for-
Hibble. Hibble is my name.
You're Hibble.
Hibble, Arnold. I'm Arnold.
You're Arnold. Cool.
Harry.
I'm Barry.
And what are we? We're insurance?
We're,
Yeah.
we're
Are
looking
we going
for.
door to door trying to sell insurance? Be insurance.
Or we're looking for Michael. What's his name? Michael. What's the fella's name who died?
Not fucking
Werner.
Michael Cum. It's Mike Werner.
Mike
Mike
Werner.
Like Vermeer, Comer, and we just
He
say
owes us money.
Sure.
We're debt collectors.
Yeah,
and he's fucking
yeah,
left.
yeah.
And so we need to go and check his belongings to see if we can recover the value.
Oh, well, we don't know he's dead.
Yeah, but he owes us money regardless. So
Yeah.
we need to see him, and if he's not here, we need to see his belongings so we have to recover.
We've come to break his legs for money.
Yeah, by Al Capone.
Okay, so what are we doing?
We work for Al Capone, and
Yeah,
we're coming to debt collect.
Wait,
Okay.
guys, contract copyright. Al Capone.
Al Capone.
Okay, so you actually
not-
you're
I'm not-
gonna
yeah,
try
I don't
and
think-
come in as debt collectors for Mike Werner, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and so anyone in particular you're gonna go up to and ask, or is there like
Just anyone who's looking shady, or if there's like anyone that we can easily overpower.
Someone we can threaten,
God
basically.
damn. There's a
Anyone who's
small
looking like
a
that.
12-year-old child just 5 feet away from you.
Where's Daddy? He would do this.
Where's
Where is he?
Where's me?
Where's Mike Werner?
Okay. So you guys, so now we'll say that you guys have walked into the town and you viewed every described. So you can see there's a couple of people that are kind of going backwards to and from the house, and one person takes your eye. It's a woman kind of in about her mid-30s, and she seems like she's walking, kind of about to walk past you and going.
Oh, sorry, darling. I couldn't trouble you for a second.
Yes, what is it?
And I pretend to look at my paper.
Uh-huh.
Do you know a Michael or a Mick?
Well, I feel you're going to have to be a bit more specific than that.
Well, I'm just asking. Do you know a Mick?
There's a few here.
Okay. Gentlemen, what was the second name again?
Werner.
Werner. That's the one.
Werner. Right. So I want Sean, as in Happy Sean.
Couldn't have picked a different name, no?
I want you to make a read check.
I like my name. My name isn't mentioned by anyone.
But I'm not reading on my job.
Or interpret body language. Spotlights.
I'm going to.
So let me just say as well, don't forget about the drive. You guys can share a drive, which is given like somebody else. You can give one of your drive to somebody else, so they can roll on their dice. You can read roll.
Mixed success.
Mixed success. So mixed success, Sean. You can tell that there's a little bit of worry in her face when you mention that. But she quickly collects herself. It's like, I've never heard. I'm afraid I don't know the name. I think you might have gotten the wrong. And she starts walking away from.
We are here to help. Like
and
Why are you so menacing?
she walks. She kind of briskly starts walking away.
Follow on, just
Can I try and catch up to her and just be like,
terrible.
sorry, lady. We mean him no harm. We're just here as he owes.
Do you grab her?
He owes no. I just walk alongside her.
Okay. And she's like, I'm finished talking to you. Leave me. And she keeps walking.
We're just looking to help him settle some debts, that's all.
I told you, he doesn't live here. And she keeps walking. And she's at the doors at this point.
Was I able to tell that she was, like, lying?
I'll let you roll. If you want to roll retroactively, roll a read roll. That's what Happy would have rolled. So you can roll as well.
Roll.
If you'd like.
Happy, you have massive hands with a tiny water bottle.
Mixed success.
Yeah,
He
so
does have big hands.
similarly, you definitely got the idea that she was lying, but
You to have small hands, or that's a giant water bottle.
she got
Tiny hands.
she got startled by the upfront question about him, so that's why she's after kind of like panicking a little bit.
Panicking Skywalker.
I'll walk back to him and be like, mightily startled or just being asked about Mike Vernon.
They must have been told to be quiet about him. Maybe not asking out directly is the way forward. We need to gain their trust and then break it immediately.
Maybe we could do something that would help them trust it.
Are we thinking about chopping down trees? Because these delicate hands are made for...
I'm 60 years of age. I am not chopping trees down. My days of
30.
manual labor are done.
I can work in the kitchen, but I cannot chop down trees, my boy.
Maybe is she gone to a house?
She's gone into if you could have a quick glance as she opens the doors, and
We peek through the windows.
well, you can
Yeah,
if you
peek
want,
through-
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, we peek through the windows.
Okay. Yeah.
She walks in, she just sees his eyes just like staring back at her.
So, as soon as she turns around, she sees Archibald, and it's like she just nose and up staring through the window.
like this.
And his nose is starting to fog the glass up, and when it like fogs with your breath and it goes away with your breath.
Yeah. and the Dara O'Brien thing, all you can hear is like... He's like dragging his nose across the glass.
Jeffrey's just out licking the glass, dude. He's had things to drink already.
Archibald just pats his head ever so lightly.
Don't lean so close to the mic. Jesus, my ears there. That blew my
sorry.
ears.
I'm just gonna walk over to the door.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say, I know he was murdered.
So, as Archibald is looking through the window,
Where that was going.
as Archibald is looking through the window, he sees
I'm trying to be serious.
this young woman, and seen at the window. Oh!
And then Archibald screams in a fright as well, like, oh!
And as she's like running away, she hears Sean like whispering that essentially through the door.
Jeffrey's just sat there.
And I thought we were going inconspicuously as debt collectors.
And
Here we are.
You hear her run, and she's like, "Time! There's some strange men at the door. I don't know what they want." And,
Jeffrey's just in the background, it's like, oh my god.
Archibald turns and he's like, Scarper, lad, Scarper!
so you hear like a lot of like kind of walking around and kind of rushing around on the inside. Is anyone doing anything, or are they just kind of listening?
I'm standing like
We're running and hiding.
No, I'm standing at the door like the Exorcist with my suitcase, waiting for the door to open.
I'm like shittily, or like, shit.
That's a lot of shit.
That's a lot of shit.
I'm hiding behind a barrel, but I'm doing it very poorly.
And after,
I'm just going to stand there with my pipe in my hand as I watch all this unfold.
okay. So as you hear like footsteps coming down, you hear like a very confident strides like bump on the wood, like coming towards the door, and the doors swing open, and you see this kind of little bit of a belly on him, this a man in his 40s, and he has a little bit of scruff around his face, and his name is well, sorry, I won't tell you his name yet, but
I take my hat off and I put on my chest again, and I went, you wouldn't let an old man out in the cold, would you?
Gentlemen, what's this I hear about you terrorizing my stair?
Oh, terrorizing.
I'm innocent.
We need to knock this fella
I
out.
was just asking her a question.
Well, but it sounds it's questions you shouldn't be asking.
Well, you don't know. You can't just assume that.
And like, obviously, we're standing there menacingly, of course.
Oh,
And-
okay.
and-
Okay, well, you need to specify that to me, because then that might be a roll.
well, okay. Well, I'll stand there menacingly, and I'll be like, "We're owed money by what's his name? Mike Werner,
Okay,
and we're not leaving until we collect what's owed."
okay. Roll me a sway.
At this point, by the way, Jeffrey is very much just standing there casually next to Sean.
I have which Sean?
Not you, Sean. That's
Okay.
Sean.
Okay. I have a ball in sway.
Yep.
So what do I do?
You roll just roll one dice, so you can click it and it should roll for you.
Yeah, I think we're all of our balls way, man.
Okay, so success, partial success. So what? Remind me what you said. You're here to
that
collect.
we're not leaving till we're here to collect, and we're not leaving until we get what we're owed.
And you see this man's demeanor change a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, why didn't you say so?" And he follow me, and he kind of he leads you into the house.
I don't.
I let Sean go first.
And as he's
What you?
as he's walking into the house with you guys, he's like, "And how much does good old Mark owe you?"
What?
In the paperwork, but we'd like to talk to Michael first.
Did you give him the paperwork?
No,
No.
it's in the paperwork.
It's in the
But
paperwork?
we'd like to talk to Michael first.
We don't have to show him anything because he is not the person
We
we're
just
after.
say, "I'm sorry. What's this? I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name."
And his name is 1 second. I forgot. Tang Una.
Bang unit.
He
For
reaches
GDPR
out.
reasons, we can't actually tell you that.
So
How do you spell his last name?
Yuna.
Okay, I thought we said unit, and I was like,
No,
what?
sorry. Tang
He
Una.
is a unit.
Yeah. So
Unit,
he leads you guys up, and you kind of end up go up the staircase, and you see he leads you to this large room, and it has like a very kind of ornate table, nothing crazy, but definitely looks a bit more fancy than most of the things you've seen around here. And you definitely get the impression that this is somebody who a bit more status in this. And he reaches out his hand as he introduces himself. You want to shake it?
I put my hand up. Yeah, I'll shake it.
Yeah, real firm. Almost drags you around, like, you know, one of those overly firm handshakes, very enthusiastic.
Oh, okay, relax.
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure.
Overcompensating.
Now tell me, how much does my good Mark owe you?
I seem to be. I seem to be. Are we parrots? We've already discussed this. Our business is not with you; is with Michael.
I feel it's awfully rude and not telling me.
No, it's awfully rude to us to talk about Michael's business to a man that we don't even know.
It's company policies.
Good, sir.
Mention GDPR.
GP, yes, what he said.
Yours. GDPR. Good one, Zach.
Mark is just very, very busy right now, so I will very gladly, as his boss, take that off you.
Well, no, I'm sorry,
Say
it's
your
not
number.
waiting.
Say your number. He starts reaching into a drawer, like, it's like, what's your number?
Mike.
I don't have one of them. What do they called now? Telephones. I do not have them.
Telephonic device.
Yes, I don't have one.
What's an Instagram?
The number of the money that Mark owes you.
Sir, are you in relationships with Michael?
I'm Michael's overcaring boss.
It seems like you're caring a bit
He's
too
mad.
much. Oh, well then looks like we might start taking a bit of this nice fine establishment right here. I start checking the walls though.
No, I mean, I'll pay you in money.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the ornate table and be like, this would fit nicely in my living room.
Yeah.
It's Poople stands back and he's doing that camera shit people do with their hands.
See it now in my shitty apartment.
I'll just pick up a
Where my wife lives.
vase that's on the on like one of the kind of shelves and just be like, "Hey, Pebbles, does this look like it's worth a lot to you?"
Did you call him
I'm just gonna-
Boobles?
Yeah, he did. yeah.
Hibbles.
Oh, Pibbles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm Hibble.
Oh, Hibble.
I'm not a dog food. I'm not kibbles.
I'm Barry.
Sorry, I always get your name wrong there.
He owes us. I just look at everyone.
Sure, why don't you show me a piece of paper? Let me have a look.
As we've walked around the room, as we've been in the room, I've kind of positioned myself behind this guy, and I
I
kind of
don't
looked.
think he would have allowed
Oh.
that. I think he's like, sorry, can you not?
I'm like
You're
positioned
gonna let
like
you
way
stand
different
behind him? That's so ominous.
Oh yeah, my next thing was I'm gonna knock him the fuck out with the crowbar. So it's a good thing you stopped me.
I'm gonna stand behind.
If you want to try and make a sneak, go for it. But there will be extra. So part of this game is I haven't really done it yet because nothing really warranted it. But if I ask you to roll, I will tell you how drastic the outcome potentially could be. So in this scenario, if you fail, it could be very dangerous outcome.
But there's 4 of us and 1 of him.
But he runs a town.
But not if we cover his mouth.
I'm just gonna go.
Okay,
I'm just gonna say it's around $50,000.
Roll me and sway.
Oh fuck.
But wait, now hang on. Before he rolls, we can help him roll. Did you say?
So if anybody has drive in whatever is the overarching skill for
Cunning.
sway, what's sway? I don't have it.
Cunning.
Cunning. You can
Cunning.
either Happy can spend cunning of his own cunning die, or you can give him cunning drive, and he gets another dice for each drive.
I mean, I'll
So-
give him a drive if he wants it.
Cool. I'm using one of my own.
Okay.
but I need
Maximum
I
of
might
6
need help.
dice you can roll. Just FYI.
I'm glad I have 0 in.
I'll give you a cunning as well. I'll give you a
So
cunning
wait, hang
as
on.
well.
Quick question.
This is my expertise as well.
With cunning, right? You know, if you want to restore drive,
Yeah.
so I understand that it's on the 2 things that we did the click on
Yeah.
or whatever, right? If you're restoring drive, do you get to choose
Which
drive?
which got where it
Yeah.
goes? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not
Doesn't
like
matter
so
what.
that's-
It doesn't matter what role you get that gilded on. You can choose where your drive goes.
So how many dice is he rolling now? So he's got no
Nothing to
drive
begin
in that
with.
thing,
But as soon as you give him one drive, he's rolling 1 dice. So I think he's on 2 now.
even though he had nothing
Yeah,
in it. So he
0.
should have been rolling for like essentially like a
I'm on 2.
disadvantage.
Yeah, now I have 2 dice.
Now he has 2 dice. Yeah. So he's gone
Because
from disadvantage to 2
getting
dice.
1.
I'll spend one.
Okay, he's on.
And you're going to spend 1, so I'm rolling 3 dice now.
Make sure it's in.
Yeah.
Make sure you're taking your drive from cunning. That's the only catch. That it has to be drive.
Yeah, I did drive him.
3 dice.
Cool.
Let's see.
Go on. Oh, happy.
Oh!
Next success.
Jesus.
Bit close there, Chief.
A 3, a 1, and a 4. So mixed success.
I puckered a little bit, I must admit.
Did you say you what a bit?
I puckered.
Oh, right, okay.
So he's like, you know, like his expression changes for the first proper time. And he's like, 50,000.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
gonna have to see that before I pay you 50,000.
Well, you're not paying us, where Michael is.
No.
I feel like I'm talking to a wall here. I'm not asking you to pay for this. I'm asking Michael to pay his debt. And you're saying he's busy? But he's not $50,000 busy, is he?
Well, I'm saying I will pay you $50,000 if you just let me look at that piece of paper.
Can I just step in here, sir? He has made himself very clear about what we need to do. It's company policy that we have to have him see this paper. We cannot let anybody else see this piece of paper because of GDPR.
Okay, do you want to roll me?
Yeah.
Do you want to roll me sway? That was good.
That was so good.
Can I spend my own?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's additional dice. And then how do I gild it?
It already, if you have if you have it already ticked, it'll automatically gild
The
whatever.
diamond to the left will be filled. You should
okay.
have 2 of them filled somewhere.
I'll spend. Fuck.
Oh no!
I know, damn.
So he goes quiet and he's like, "Gentlemen, I am trying to help you help me. All I need to do is see that paper."
No, you know what we'll do? We'll just inform the police, and they will be up here to talk to Michael if he's that busy. Gentlemen, I think it's time for us to be a bit due, and we leave here now.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh.
Now let's not go doing anything too drastic.
Sir, I said good day, sir.
Oh.
Gentlemen,
Thank you for your time.
All right, fine. Come back.
I said good day.
Come back.
Well, I've always wanted to say that.
I was like, come on, do it.
So do you guys come back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stood by the door still, but I'm listening.
Well, he'll gesture you to step in so he can close the doors.
I step in.
So very gently shuts the doors. He walks back towards his table. He sits down, hands in his face. Gentlemen, it is in my best interest what happened to Mike does not reach the tabloids. I've been told by my superiors that my job is on the line if this gets out.
If what gets out?
Now, I have a suspicion that you fine gentlemen, are not with your insurance company.
No, we're with the debt collection.
Oh, we're the debt collection company.
My bad.
Oh,
You guys are throwing around.
You
You guys are throwing around a lot of fucking bands. With me. I got some wires crossed. All right, give me a break.
GM bad.
Fuck off. Sorry, at the debt collectors. He's like, I put forward truce. We be honest. I'll tell you what happened. You come clean with me.
I just look at him.
And we tell them that we're insurance people.
If you want to.
I look at him and go, do you believe in ghost stories?
Quite frankly, if you've lived way out in the woods like I have for so long, you believe in them too.
Well, you're in one. And I'll put on the desk the suitcase, open it, and take out my bleed gun thing. And I try to use my bleed detector and see if it works there.
In here? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't think... I can't remember. Is there a roll associated with that? No, I think it just tells you, right?
No, I think I had to do a sense roll. I think
Sense. That's correct. That's correct. Sorry. Thank you. Hey, FD. Hello, everyone. Sorry. Say hi.
chat.
Enjoying.
5 mixed success. By
Nice.
4-3.
Okay.
And it's gilded, but I don't get a drive back in.
You didn't-
Do I get a drive back in Cullen? No, I don't.
No, you will. You get to replenish your drive.
Oh, cool.
Whichever you want, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if the book says that, but I'm gonna play it like that. I think it's more fun. I don't think it should be so restrictive.
Oh, so you replenish on like a success regardless of whether it's mixed or...
Once it's the gilded die, so you can choose to take the gilded die result if you're rolling 2 dice. So you'll get a drive back, and you potentially get like a worse result or a terrible result. You know what I mean?
It's like weighing up the consequences almost.
So you can be selfish and get your drive back and like take a bit of a hit, or you can be really bad and completely fail your check to get a drive
Oh,
back.
so on that last one there, I could have said I'd take the gilded roll and it'd been a 1. Or would that have been a critical failure?
Yeah.
That would have been a critical failure.
Yeah, no, then I won't do that.
Okay, so sorry. I'm so sorry. Bleed detector. Thank you. So the bleed.
Good job, me.
How does this bleed detector work, Happy? First of all, let me ask you, how does it react when you...
So it's like a little gas canister in the. You ever see one of them like little hot pots?
Yes.
And then you bring camping. It's like one of them, except for there's like a little. It does like a little like I'd say like it's not X-ray, but it's like echo radar kind of thing. And there's like a little screen on it, and if there's anything, it blips. It's like a little. Think of the best way to think about it is like the alien thing. You know the alien.
Yes. It's like a very primitive, like little. Like you count the pixels on it, but it blips it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you're kind of going, he's like, "Well, what the hell is that?" And as you probably just ignore him as you kind of come around, you hear a very faint bloop. Very, very, very faint.
We do have a sense of bleed here, gentlemen. And I put my bleed detector into my suitcase again and close it. And I sit on a desk in front of him. I think it's time we be honest with our friend here.
How honest?
I'll nod in approval, and I'll just slowly put my crowbar back up my sleeve.
I'll put my revolver back in my holster. You know.
I don't know if you heard of us. Not a lot of people do hear of us. And when you do hear of us, you never know that you want to hear of us. Because they're the last people you want to see. We're Candela Obscura, the Circle of Doty. Circle of Dispatch.
Dispatch and martyrdom.
Man.
Well, that's a
DNM.
not a very positive circle name, I guess.
And Archibald looks at him and deadpan goes, "Oh no, it's really bad."
We're brought in when it all goes bad.
Candela Obscura on my front door, huh?
So you've heard of us?
Well, there's always been whispers. I just never know if you're the good ones or the bad ones. I think
Jeffrey doesn't say anything. He just kind of. He doesn't drink. He just kind of sits down, so staring.
We're gonna say something.
Depends on whether you've actually encountered us or not, because we can be good, can be bad.
Well, I'm willing to hedge my bets. You're somewhat good. Yeah.
Oh, we try to be.
Gentlemen, I'm afraid we've had a bit of an unfortunate situation only last night. Maybe it's... I think I'm better off bringing you down a show. So,
Lead the way.
he leads you guys down and then come back outside. You walk past the woman earlier who's just in her room and she's staring at you. She's come on.
And we make intense eye contact as we walk by.
He's his hand up just like...
As I walk by, I go like this one.
Jeffrey's just that's like...
What did I 60-year-old man as well, man?
As I walk out after these three have all, fucked around with ours, lock your doors. Lock your windows.
We're not that bad.
Well, I don't know about you. Maybe we're not pooples.
She's not my wife.
I'll just be 2 seconds. Anyway.
Yeah. Do you want to take a quick break?
Yeah, I'm dying to piss.
Yeah, just
Okay.
take 5 minutes.
I mean,
Quick break?
yeah, sorry,
Everybody's
I'll
pissed.
We'll be back in
2
5
seconds.
minutes.
Sorry. Oh, okay, in 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, like kind of excitedly scurry along and like just take everything in around me and like see what games there are and things.
Oh, sorry about
Are we back?
that. Yep, should be back. And I think everyone's mics are good.
And it was at that point
That he knew he had a 12-incher and not a 7-incher.
Wow.
that he let go of
ends.
my calf.
Them goddamn aliens.
Man, that was an experience. I can tell you that, boys.
I would have hated to miss that.
That was a proper bonding experience, lads. I feel like I'm
Yeah,
closer
yeah,
with
yeah.
each of you.
You wouldn't
glad-
know
I'm glad
about
we all-
this session if...
I'm pretty sure that's gonna make it go viral, and we're gonna get a Manscaped ad, and I'm gonna give it to Zaj and everyone doesn't that.
If you don't do
Listen,
it,
I'll do a review. I'll fucking record me shaving me coin purse, whatever you want.
oh, Jesus.
Right, but
I don't know
remember-
what you would want. I don't know what
Okay,
you
shut
want.
up. Shut up. Shut up. Fuck me, we're so far behind.
I do a very artistic shadow puppet shave. Anyway, go on.
Shut up.
We were just saying then to pupils, this might be a 2-weeker.
Yeah.
We'll never get the second one organized.
Fuck you, man.
We'll just do it for next Friday.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think Happy's changed it, doesn't it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll talk about this. We'll see how we get. What were we doing? I was leading you
Heading
down to the
towards
house.
it.
Yeah.
You're leading us down through the murder.
And we were giving
So-
deaf eyes to the woman. You know.
As you go, as you walk along with Tang, he puts on a face for the other workers that kind of are bustling kind of past you, but we're walking along. He goes straight down the middle lane. So just imagine these houses. There's a little bit more houses to this, like maybe another 3 on each side.
Mm-hmm.
So a long line of houses. Once again, this is a reminder for everyone in chat. The center, think of the center of the village as like the center of a spoke, like a wheel with spokes, and these rows of houses are coming out like your spokes, just like straight out in different diagonals.
Because they're all
So
hard workers.
then,
I say because they're all hard workers.
that's it. So Tang starts leading you down towards, as he's kind of smiling at some of the other people. He's leading you down towards some of the houses, and he walks down past them, all the way down to the very second to last one. That would be essentially like here. So second to last one on the left. And
I'll just pipe up at this point and be like, it's a novelty not being the last house.
Doors out. Last
Where?
house looking.
Not on the left.
Well, the actual last house is not like the second last house is the one that you're kind of looking at. You know what I mean? Sorry, just remember there's a couple of extra here. So, he says to you, as you're walking along, you might have seen that some of the houses along the left, on the left lane here, there was a bit of damage. Some of the doors boarded a little bit, and I should mention that a lot of these houses are little cabins, like they're hardly even houses. They're only one story, and they look like pretty fucking rough, just barely livable conditions. They probably have the bare basics from look, but so Tang will stop at front of a door to one of these houses, and he turns around to you, and he looks at all you dead in the eyes, and he's like, "Now, when I tell you that this is not for the faint of heart, you need to brace yourself for what you're about to see." And he turns around, and the door has very just quickly boarded on a plank of wood, as if to stop people. You see the windows are covered from the inside, like something is draped over the windows so people can't look in. Would one of you man taking the planks off this door for me?
Go crowbar boy.
Oh, this is my moment to shine. I whip out my crowbar and I pop them bad boys off. Like, all you hear is like, crack off.
He was prepared for this moment.
Yeah.
So, as you crack up a piece, boom, boom, 4 nails come off. The door creaks open, but almost kind of like starts to make a really horrible noise as it creaks all the way open. Down on the floor, you see the lifeless husk of a very gaunt man, and his arms or legs are like contorted in like almost like muscle spasm sort of position. You see that there's these streaks of like red, almost like little fucking, almost like little lightning strikes of red, crawling up towards his neck, up onto his face, and each one scatters and forms its own little red cracked line. You see some parts of the body have the flesh it looks like it was heated so much that it's melted and like pooled to the other flesh that it's laying against. You see this horrible husk, and I'm gonna need you guys to take a brain, 1 point of brain.
How you think I have a brain?
What does that do?
So you've taken stress damage here. This is such a horrible sight that you've taken stress damage.
Okay, so obviously my character's a detective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what to say. Would I have seen something similar to this in like one of the crimes I investigate? But probably not, because this is pretty.
This is pretty gruesome.
Yeah, like, it's not even something that I would be able to kind of deal with myself.
Is there anything I can get you to roll for it? Because I understand that reasoning.
Yeah.
So
I don't really think there is anything, to be honest with you.
no, you definitely check your abilities. Don't forget like your abilities. See if there's anything there. That means you can negate like a point. So this sight, it chills you. It kind of it was probably have a different effect on each and every one of you. Maybe it might remind you of something in your past. It might be just one element. It might not be the whole thing, but one piece of this puzzle might remind you of something that has shocked you to your core. And Tang leans out of the way, and he's like, it unfortunately leaves a bit of a mark in the air as well.
Jeffrey takes like a deep breath and just.
Are you actually doing that? Because
No.
Be careful what you say.
I know exactly the same as D&D. I got a word thing.
I just go it.
What do you mean this? Sorry.
You said it says it leaves something in the air, and I said it as in question mark. And what
And
is
he's wafting at his face, and he's like, "Sorry, I mean Mark. Mark is whatever's happened to Mark.
It's Mike.
It's filled the room." He's just saying that there's like a strong, like it's like smell of bird skin almost, is in that room pretty strong.
Is there anything in the room that might like kind of lead us to where the, I don't know what you would call it, entity or whatever would have come from?
Well, you think about you've no idea if it was an entity just yet. Sorry,
that's true.
don't forget. So you're
I
sure.
Dotty Brothers. Why don't you hold my case there, will you? Stop looking at your bleed detectors. Completely ignore me if you want to, it's okay. And I will put my suitcase down on the ground and wave at them both. I'm like, hi, gentlemen.
Saj,
happy
talking to you.
I'm just trying to find something that quick.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm not ignoring you. I am listening.
Okay,
I'm just trying to figure out how this fucking thing works.
Yeah. I want to inspect like the room, I guess, and see if we can find any evidence or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay, so push through the room if you like. Saj,
I'm
go on.
gonna-
What are you gonna ask?
No.
You look like you're confused.
Yeah, I am. What's the point of the bleed detector? Does the bleed detector not show us if something supernatural happened, or am I?
Have you taken it out and used it?
No. But I'm just wondering, is that not what they do?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, we know from the state of this place that it's pretty obvious that it's definitely something supernatural.
Well, you're presuming.
Oh, okay.
There might be situations where it's not as obvious. Is the thing. Like you're kind of just jumping to
okay.
conclusions, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that makes
This
sense.
case is obvious. Not every case might be obvious.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
No, thank you. Sorry.
So maybe one of you take out your bleed detector. I'm happy. I don't know if you were about to do that, but
No, I was actually just gonna drop my suitcase and walk over to the body.
okay. So Pooples, we'll go with you then. Ding,
Yeah,
let me know when you figure out.
if I'm investigating the room, I probably would have my bleed detector out, to be honest with you.
Cool. Sounds good. So bleed detector, and describe us your bleed detector. Your pocket watch, wasn't it?
Yes, so it's just a silver pocket watch with an engraving on the back saying "To my love," and whenever I actually find a bleed, the watch just ticks faster and faster.
Oh, and that's nice. I like that. That's a cool.
Okay, so I think I figured it out.
His headset's dying, I think.
Yeah.
So am I able to investigate the body?
Mm-hmm.
I have something called Seek Out Real Magic.
Oh, okay. First ability, I think. Okay.
And I'm going to check to see whether the kind of strands on his like body, whether it's caused by something like an electrical art, which I would have seen as a magician as being like accidents with like fellow magicians, or whether it would be real magic in the fact that it's not similar.
Okay. And is it? It's just you use the ability and I just tell you sort of situation, is it?
I think so.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of them are like that. I'm just double checking. So whether it's natural or whether it's more unnatural in a sense, correct?
Yeah, as to whether it was caused by the electrics being faulty, with it being a relatively new town, or as to whether it was caused by something that gives off real magic.
Okay. So we'll put a quick pause on that. And Hooples, as you're going around this house, do you want to roll me survey? Probably. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I can roll survey.
By the way, if you think like a certain skill would suit the situation better, just let me know because I'm still getting used to which ones are which.
No, I was gonna say I was survey or focus, to be honest with you, but yeah, I feel like survey.
Yeah. Okay. Survey then.
Survey literally says roll. Well, says search.
Cool.
Oh wow, that's amazing, guys. Look at that. Well, I'm taking the 2, obviously.
So, Jeffrey. Sorry. Jeffrey is walking around, and I'll just give you a quick description of this room. It's like it's such a little bare basics sort of thing where it's only one large room, and then there's only just a small bathroom and bedroom off to the side sort of situation. So
like a studio apartment thing.
Yeah, essentially. So you might have like the chairs here, and the kitchen is like right here in the open side space in the back corner on the right, and the rooms are just to the right of the door, like it leads to it's on the right hand side there. You have a look through this house, you find kind of looks like the place wasn't well kept, kind of rather dusty. You don't really particularly find anything of interest. Your bleed detector doesn't seem to be pinging either, other than any ping would be just a light. As you maybe take a step accidentally closer to the body, you see it's taking a little bit. Nothing else comes of interest.
Would I have searched like the bathroom as well during this?
Yeah. We'll say that kind of spreads to the bathroom. You walk into the bathroom. There's very bare minimum kind of toiletry sort of thing going on here. You can have a look. There's probably some gone off shady medication. No label on them in the.
What toothpaste does he use? That's what you tell about a man. What toothpaste do you use?
Colgate, 100% Colgate.
He's using Colgate. Oh, he's good. Not Arm & Hammer.
Ew. Who uses Colgate?
So we'll jump back then. We'll go back to Ding. So Ding.
Mm-hmm.
From this ability, we'll say as Alfred is looking at this body, maybe you partly connect to a different part of this world, or maybe your vision slightly changes, or there's some sort of connection that you can make that you can tell this was caused by electricity, but almost like it was a little bit the electricity was empowered by bleed is the sense.
Okay.
Happy. What are you investigating with the body? What are you looking at her?
I just wanted to see if I could sense any bleed off it.
Yep.
Using for me.
So your bleed detector is going pretty strongly beeping at this. Probably not like as strong as it could go, but it's a very sturdy coming from the body.
I'm going to try touch the bleed.
You want to touch the bleed? Okay. Any particular parts you want to touch?
Wherever it is.
Okay. So maybe just some of the chest, just at the top of the t-shirt. Sean cautiously reaches out his hand and touches his index finger just ever so gently off the chest, and you feel a zap of electricity sparks between the body and yourself, and you feel just that like little like a lingers pain. You take one bleed.
I'm also just let you know I have an ability. When I take one bleed, Mark, I can let them in, so I can gain additional information about the phenomenon that has harmed me. Ask the GM for one question about the source of the bleed.
Okay.
Ask the GM one. Oh shit! I had to ask you a question. Oh, I didn't think this. What am I gonna ask? What's a good question to ask?
Everyone else kind of, Zaj, if you're doing anything in particular, let me know. And everyone's be thinking about what they want to do. Go on, do you have some?
Sorry. So can I also do an inspection just to see, because Archibald may not trust, not that he doesn't trust Joffrey, but it's more he likes to just double check things, if that makes sense. He's a bit meticulous like that. So he'll also just kind of scan the room, see if there's anything that he notices, like.
Okay, survey roll then.
Yeah. Do I roll now or do I wait?
Yeah, you can roll now. In future, what you can do is. Okay, nice. In future, what you can do is you can aid him by giving him a drive, so you add to his roll, or what you can do is say you're helping him without giving him a drive. And essentially, what that does is, if Pooples was to succeed with his roll, he doesn't get any additional dice. But if he was to succeed, his success will be more effective. That makes sense. So let's say,
but then I couldn't inspect after, whereas this way I was allowed to inspect after.
Yeah. So it's all down to what if you either be team play or your metagame.
We would never.
Listen.
So anyway,
I'd never do that. Ever.
I'm gonna ask the source. I'm gonna ask the question is, I'm gonna ask, do you live here, like in the farm lodge?
Okay. And when I imagine you using this ability, what does it look like for people on the outside? Like,
my eyes go back in the back of my head. I kind of like, I stand there and I kind of like shake violently, and then I see an image, like a projector playing in my mind, slowly of images of the blade showing me the question that I'm asking, and it responded.
Nice. Okay. So you ask. What was it? Do you live near?
Yeah. Do you live here, like in the lodging, like the kind of base? What's the place called again? The fucking
fucking Helder and Wilde. Sorry, but
lodging.
Hackley and Wilde. Yeah. And so you see these shutters, like it kind of getting quicker as it's flicking between, almost like a picture show. Remember those, those old picture shows that swap it. And so your question appears, and they go blank, blank, blank. The next word that shows up is no, blank. And the next word that comes up is but close. As this vision slowly fades, your eyes roll back forward and you're brought back.
Jeffrey at this point looks over towards Sean and is just like, "You okay over there?"
Definitely, I'm not as close, but it's not too close.
All right. I guess we keep looking then.
So just out of curiosity, my good man, I'm going to talk to. Is it Tang?
Sorry.
Tang.
How long have you been doing this little operation here?
About what is it now? About 7-8 years.
You've been operating here 7-8 years. Is this the first incident that you've had here?
Yeah, well, as long as I've been here, it's been the first.
And how long have you been here again?
7-8 years. Like I just said.
Oh no, sorry. I thought you meant the whole operation here was 7 years. I didn't know. I misunderstood. That's my bad.
Sorry. No, the company has been here probably going on 20 years.
Is nobody going to ask how he became Southern all of a sudden?
Well, I don't want to point it out, but about 3 years came Southern when I did my accent. All right, so let's not point out who went Southern.
I always depended on the kindness of strangers.
If you watch it back, 3 years went Southern.
I don't know what you're on about, sir.
I am super mimic Harmon.
It's fine. Alfred is going.
Well, I started talking Southern when we got into town, and I can't seem to get out of it.
Oh no, he's stuck.
I'm stuck, boys.
Gosh, darn it!
We all were certain boys.
Yeah, dude,
No.
I thought we was pretending to be something different.
I was doing that thing called the road plane.
We need to get on this because Daddy needs his medicine.
Okay. Come on. Go on. Yep.
You've been here 7 years and this hasn't happened. Have you, by any chance, started chopping down new trees in a new place?
And he might even walk you kind of back towards the city square or the town square and be like, no, we've been. He shows. You can see like there's quite a lot. Like off to the left, you can't really see it here on the map, but there's quite a lot of tree line being worked at, like far. And this was like where they settled, but there would be another plot where they would have cut like a year growing back, sort of situation. But he says, No, we haven't changed.
You just circle the same tree as the whole.
Well, we tend to. We've been cutting here for quite a long time, but sometimes we travel to take a short travel and bring the logs here, essentially.
And how long have you had electricity?
Oh well, only about. I think it's about a week and a half now. Did you not read about it in the papers? It's one of our proudest achievements.
Can't read.
That's it.
I'm not so good at reading words. I'm good at reading people.
Well, on the side of being honest, it's actually one of the reasons why we want to keep this on the down low and stop it from getting to any of the papers, new fair.
Right.
Is there any other questions you have for me?
Yeah, did I see anything when I did that check?
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I had a feeling I forgot something.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. That's why I'm asking. Sorry.
So with your survey roll, you can have a scan around, yourself and Jeffrey, like kind of cover each other's ground, a very thorough kind of look through, and you don't find anything particularly of interest. The only thing is maybe a bit of damage around the house, but I think you can presume a lot of that is from essentially like what must have happened to this guy.
I was gonna say, is it like electricity related, or is it?
Like kind of scorch marks potentially and stuff like that. Sure. Thank you.
What about, sorry, go on.
No, go on.
I was gonna say, like, what about like any like electrical outlets or whatever?
Plugs for charging the iPhone. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, I mean like fuses, that kind of stuff. Like, are they blown or are they just?
So if you look out on the front door to the right, you see that the bulb is blown.
It's blown. Okay.
Blow this.
So it came from, well, in theory, it came from wherever. Okay, cool. That's all I need to know, is whether the fuse is blown.
Is there any windows in this room?
Yeah.
Does it look like there's any electrical damage around?
Not particularly on the windows. No, it feels like it's just. It doesn't seem like there's any rhyme or reason to a lot of the damage to the house, from like electrical damage to the house. It just seems a little bit just sporadic and random. None of it seems very directional or intentional.
Yeah. So it's
not like he was like. Oh, sorry.
Go on, sorry. No, go on.
No, gentlemen, no, let the gentleman go.
But I'm British. You gotta go first.
Funny
you
go.
So it doesn't look like he was like getting a knife and fork and sticking it in the electric box or anything.
No, definitely not. Definitely.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
Making sure. Well, it's definitely the paranormal, gentlemen. Definitely.
Were any other buildings affected? Actually, now think about it.
It's Michael, you're first.
Tang kind of looks at you all a little bit solemnly, and he's like, I was waiting to see if you'd ask that. And he gestures towards all the other houses on this row, bar the last one, which would be the house to the left of this one.
Okay.
And he's going,
So it's not just Mark that's the start from this?
I'm afraid not.
Oh shit!
How many?
Can I ask you a favor, my good man?
I suppose.
Can you show me the generator room?
Of course. Somebody else going to ask something there?
No.
Oh, I said how many?
How many? He's like, well, unfortunately, 7.
7. My golly.
And he'll gesture you guys to follow him, and he'll walk back towards the kind of town square. And these kind of rooms here, these two have the main generators. So he leads you to the first one on the left. Large, like it's fucking loud as fuck in this room. Big kind of open gap so that you can vent all the fucking smoke and heat and everything.
Was the generator building affected in any way?
You can roll me. You can roll a survey if you want.
I'm gonna ask him as well while he's doing that. I'm gonna ask him, was Mick here saying some match stuff before his days came to an end?
No, not at all. Good old Mick. He was a good worker. Never caused any trouble. Lonely man. I never seen him with any husband or wife or nothing of the sorts. But a good worker, a good man. An awful death. They all had awful death.
Well, does that mean he looks at the house that hasn't been dead next?
I'm not sure.
Were they? I don't want to assume. Were they all male? Fathers?
No rhyme or reason. They were a mix of all sorts.
Sorry, did you say did they all die on the same night, or did they die?
They woke up and on the night, so the night previous when they heard the gunshot, when they went to go check, they checked on the other houses, and essentially everyone, all people on that row were dead bar the last house.
Would we have seen?
Wait, on the same night?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, would we have seen the shotgun shell?
So
Would they have seen
that
that
seemed to be. So I'll say that he would have mentioned that they heard the shotgun and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So they would have taken that. That was in bits as well. From just, he says he never seen anything like it. That it was just like almost shatters.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between this house and then the other houses?
Can we look at
One
that?
at the end of the road.
I can't tell you. I mean,
Is it built different?
Miss Shelley lives down in that house. I mean, you can go
Shelley?
ask her.
Isn't Jelly a conductor? I'm joking.
I might leave you to ask her on your own. Miss Shelley. Miss Shelley's not my favorite, or she's not very fond of myself.
He's okay, lad. I'll get it.
And so
I've a way around the women, if you know yourself.
I mean, happy you're a ladies' man. Everyone knows this.
I'm an anything.
So he'll gesture towards which house it is, and he'll head back. You see him just kind of walk back towards his main building.
So
As he kind of walks away, I'll kind of turn to him and go, "Oh, Mr. Tang,
Yes.
I recommend you evacuate this place until this has been dealt with."
I can't do that. They can't find out about what's happened here. I need you to help me figure this out tonight.
Well, that's the juice. We gotta get back to Pappy.
Fuck's sake. At least it's not Doddy this time.
Dodgy only works with like a posh British accent. It doesn't work with a southern, unfortunately.
And Doddy,
Going down to Doddy.
Doddy.
What are you guys doing?
Well, did I ever get told what happened? What damage was done to the generator house, if there was any?
Sorry, thank you. Sorry, I forgot. You see that there's no, you can't see any damage to the generator house, but it looks like the generator, it definitely looks like it took a little bit of a beating, got a little bit beaten up in some sort of way. It looks like it was only recently worked on or something along the lines of that.
Okay, so it's like it's freshly been repaired or...
Yeah, you're able to tell that it's not like it's just been a bit of work done on it recently.
I'm gonna go to Tang and be like, what work has been done on this generator? It seems like it's just been worked on.
Yeah, well, when we woke up this morning, it didn't seem to be working quite as well as it was yesterday. We got one of the boys to we got one of the men who's good enough with electronics to have a look at the tank.
What have you been fueling the generator with?
Well, wood, of course.
Where's this wood pile? Or this stockpile of wood?
There'd be like huge stockpiles out towards
Yeah.
the logging. A lot of scrap wood they wouldn't use for
Yeah,
forming
yeah.
the planks and stuff like that. There'd be a lot.
Well, with the pile they used recently.
Sorry.
With the pile they used recently.
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure. I very rarely handle that myself, as you might imagine. I'm sure you can find from one of the workers which pile they would have taken that from.
Yeah. Where are these workers now? Do you know?
And he gestures towards like the lumberyard off to the west.
I don't know if they'd be at home.
Take your pick.
Alright, I'm gonna start walking off to the lumberyard.
Okay, so you're gonna head off
I'm gonna obviously inform the boys.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to the lumberyard and ask some questions. I'll meet you back here in 10 minutes. And I put on my pocket watch.
Just briefly describe what the weather's like.
The weather is a bit overcast, kind of gives the impression that it could rain soon, but it's just kind of like that glooming darkness to the sky. Sometimes you like, geez, it almost looks like it's later than it would, sort of situation. But no hint of rain yet.
Windy.
Windy? It would be a soft breeze, nothing crazy. So you guys are heading down towards this house.
Miss Shelley, yeah.
Yeah. Anything you'd say to each other while you're walking down? Anything on your minds?
I'm just gonna spark up my pipe.
Bleed detector.
Poor choice of words.
we should maybe, because she's not she hates this guy, right? The Tang fella. So maybe we should say someone else sent us, or she might not want to work with us if she thinks. Do you know what I mean? I can't think of.
So, what sort of group would you say you're from?
I'm not here, so I'm not involved. So.
Yeah, we're keeping it like hush hush that we're like Candela Obscura, obviously, so we're not able to be like, "Here, young one," and whip out our bleeding FBI cards.
No.
We could say that we are electricians and kind of go from there. And like we saw all the other houses were damaged, electricity's fucked, but this house is fine, and we just wanted to do some checks, and we could try maybe chat with her and go from there.
Okay, sure. So you guys walk down. Anything else you want to mention to each other, talk about to each other?
I'm just gonna go to the gentleman. I'm just go. Seems like we're either dealing with an electrical phenomenon. Phenomenons. Any ideas? Phenomenons.
Sorry.
Phenomenon.
Sam. I would we have like a book of like phasmophobia, like a book of no, so we wouldn't know. I have no idea. Can't even think of it.
Do you have an idea, no?
So it seems to me as if it's
Phenomenon.
the phenomena hasn't come about from them chopping down new trees. So I was thinking that maybe the phenomena was caused by them chopping down something over some old burial site and it sparked it up. But they've been mining the same trees for 20 years and it's only just happened this last week. And only since they put the generators on.
What I'm interested is why is this house not hit and the rest of them been hit?
That's a good question.
They're good phenomenon.
No.
Phenomenon.
Could be. Would they have sort of like protective kind of symbols and charms and.
Oh, that's good.
I think we need to go talk to Miss Shelley. Alright, that's her name, Miss Shelley, isn't it?
Yep.
Miss Shelley, yeah.
Shelley. Shelley Kelly with the big.
There is
Okay,
one thing.
Kelly.
You want to say something?
Yeah, would they have anything like protective charms? Because would they have like anything that would like ward off kind of spirits?
I mean,
Or-
I imagine at this
Adam
point, I imagine there's some sort of kind of supernatural kind of skepticisms and stuff like that at this point, or not really skepticism, but you know what I mean, like kind of cultural things that become the norm. But whether there's any to your knowledge so far, with your experience with things from the flare, you're not too sure if any of them have any substantial use. Now, potentially, but also if you keep an eye out for those sort of things along these houses or this cabin in particular, you're on the front from the get-go as you're coming up to there's nothing of the sort you can see.
So then that leaves. So there's nothing that is on there.
No,
Any sort of wards.
No.
Okay. My other thought process was the fact that there could have been wards. Now the old folklore say that wards can protect against evil spirits, and that doesn't seem to be the problem here. So that begs the question as to why this house was left. Could be because this house is the cause. It could be that the electricity is the cause because it turned on a week ago and then all of a sudden 7 people have died. It could be. I don't think it's down to do with chopping down trees. It has to be one of the two.
Seems like electricity. It's quite shocking around here.
So do you guys approach the house then? Are you going?
Yeah, I brought house
Okay.
with my shotgun. Oh, I'm joking.
Who's okay? So who's knocking or who's going leading?
I peek through the windows.
Oh god, not again.
Sake.
It's the same
very-
woman.
Are you actually?
Oh wait, it's actually the same woman.
What?
No,
No,
but
who
it's
said
funny
that?
if it would.
No, it's a
I'm
different
not
one. The other woman's in the
are you-
definitely peek through the
Are
window.
you
Same
actually?
woman.
Are you peering this? Are you peering through the
No,
windows?
I won't.
Okay.
I won't.
So, someone take the lead. Knock, knock, knock.
Yes, come in. It's open.
Who is it?
It is a friend of a friend of a friend.
I don't have many friends left. You can't fool me that easily.
I'm not trying to fool you. I'm just I'm going to ask a few questions of what happened last night, darling.
Well, I'll tell you where you can shove it, just like I told that Mr. Una.
Well, I don't know what you and Yuna have. Can we talk face to face? Talking through a door is very rude.
Well, I've about run out of all kindness I have in this fucking life anyway, so you can stay out there. And you can tell her attitude is just like pretty aggressive, no real interest.
Why are you being so aggressive? I am an old man wanting a bit of warmth and a house.
Make a sway roll.
Glad she took it that way. I was like, oh my god, I'm so bad at sways. I'm gonna add one driver.
Okay.
3 failure.
There are plenty of other houses here you can find and warm your old bones up. Leave mine.
I'm gonna take out my bleed detector.
I think you're making beep 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 noises, but we couldn't hear it.
Camera.
I can just see the
Camera
noise.
for that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I want to sense there's any bleed
Okay,
from
so
this bitch.
you take out your bleed detector. You get no beeps coming from this house. You get some very soft beeps off to the like to the right of the houses, kind of that you just came from. That's where Mike would have been.
Okay.
We still need to talk to her though.
I'm just gonna say, Michael said he loved you.
Wow.
I'm just hoping for a reaction.
Careful, the ADHD kicks
What?
in.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
Sort of dribble are you spouting? She's like,
Oh, you're in the distance from
This
Jesse.
this isn't Cassandra. No, I seem to have the wrong house. Sorry, love.
Kelly Shellington.
Where is Cassandra Nordberg?
Hell.
do you just walk off?
Just like his dribble is getting like white as he walks away.
Well, she's in the right. Yes.
Is everyone walk off?
I'm
say
going
that.
to linger for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to walk up and knock on the door.
Okay. So I will say that Sean walks off, and
I stay with my brother.
okay, Alfred and Archibald.
Double
I'm just going to knock on the door and be like, "Excuse me, madam, can I have a word?"
If this is the same, and she's like, "Who are you? What do you possibly want with me?
I'm just here from the church, madam.
What church?"
The Catholic Church, madam.
Missionary. Missionary.
I've been sent here by the Catholic Church to bless these grounds once again.
Well, you better go blessing the grounds all around me and leave my house alone.
Hold on.
I'm waiting for Mr. Peeper to chime in now. That's what I'm waiting for.
I'm thinking we just break this fucking door down.
I'm just gonna say through the door. I'm gonna be like, "So you don't believe in heaven and hell, or?"
Well, I'm not sure on that. I do hope there's a heaven.
You hope there's a heaven. You don't believe that there is a heaven.
I've never really been one for faith and religion, but my old head always was.
You're what? Sorry.
Head. My husband.
Oh, Ed. I thought she was offering head.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I'll be back over.
The old man. Well,
Oh
yeah.
no.
Old man Johnson. Hey,
Go
what?
on then.
So if your husband was such a believer, how come you aren't?
He tried for many years, but I just never clicked with it. It's funny, it's ironic that it's only when he passes is when I start to reach out and believe.
Well, I'm sorry for taking up your time, madam. I do wish you all the best, and I hope there is a way that you can find God in your soul.
And you hear the door click,
Oh, shit.
and you see the door slowly open. And you see a woman,
What?
in her kind of early 50s, let's say, short, white hair, curly, and she's dressed very kind of comfy clothing, very kind of lounging. But her eyes are almost a bit sunken in the head, with dark bags underneath the eyes. They throw me off. And there's a bit of a solemn look on her face as she looks at you and is like, do you want to come in to talk?
Absolutely. Have you got tea by any chance?
I'm not sure if I'd class it as tea, but the best thing I can get. And
I would take any hospitality you can give, madam.
and roll me as you're kind of coming into the house, I want you to roll me a survey.
Oh, can I help him with this? Not drive, but can I help him?
Am I able to?
So I can
ain't
use
here,
my
pal.
Yeah, you're across the way. I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Google, sorry.
No, sorry. I
give you
didn't know if I was
some
able to donate from here.
No, I think it has to be like you should be describing how you're helping someone in that situation, sort of thing. So you have to be like physically there.
Oh, okay, so that to give a drive, I'd actually have to be involved. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I can spend my own
Drive if you want to.
drive if I want to.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
So you have a quick look around the house, and you're maybe part of you is surprised that you managed to get into the house. And so your eyes are maybe darting around the room a little bit too fast, and she cops it. And she's like, do you mind? Are you looking for something?
No, apologies, madam. Just admiring your decor.
And when you look around the room, you see there was definitely an attempt early on when they first moved in to kind of try and make this pure homely, but you can see that it's a little bit decrepit looking, where not a lot of love and attention has gone to it for a while, it seems.
Yeah.
So she shrugs a little bit and she continues over to make some tea. So while that happens, Pooples, we'll jump over to you. So walking your way towards this lumber yard, you see there's a number of there's like a mix of people hand sawing wood, and then they actually have 2 new machines of a very early kind of type of like saw or log cutters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost like a big band saw sort of. There's a large number of workers, probably 30 odd maybe or so, you know, a mix of people all around, and they're all taking on very busy enough this time of day, busy enough, and people are kind of moseying around. Is there, you just want to grab anyone, or is there a specific person you want to try and look
Is
out
there
for?
someone who looks like I say more powerful? Is it like a foreman almost?
So you spot somebody who is oh shit.
Imagine. I've made him go into his buff boys.
Lucia.
Lucia.
Lucia, you're so beautiful, so soon.
Oh, sorry, I said her name, but I meant you were just asking if you could see something. Yes, you see there's somebody who is they seem like they're just giving more directions. If you stop and kind of observe the area for a bit, you can see that she is not very hands-on involved, but she definitely seems to be a bit more kind of supervised.
She's the kind of classic foreman of just sitting there and eating a sandwich and telling people what to do. Okay, got you.
Her name is Lucille.
I'm getting a message in my mind palace.
How'd you know?
I have a meeting
Lucia?
wrong.
My lost friend. I'm gonna approach this young, quote unquote, I guess, young woman.
Yeah, she's like kind of like mid to late 30s. She kind of has like shoulder length blonde hair, sharp kind of face to her, but she's definitely she seems quite lean, and her arms seem kind of solid enough where she would have been a bit more physical not too long ago.
She's a muscle mommy, got it.
Bit of a muscle. We're on the way.
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley. Yeah, she's just standing.
What?
Yeah. So what do you do? How do you approach?
I'm gonna approach her obviously very professional, very kind, very demure. I hate.
Very mindful.
Why did I say very demure for?
I don't even know what that's from, and I've seen it everywhere.
Very mindful. Very demure.
It's a stupid meme. TikTok, don't worry about it.
She's a famous actress, Demi Moore.
Oh.
I've made that joke so many times.
Go on, Fools.
I'm gonna tap her shoulder because I'm assuming I come from behind.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
She turns around and fucking decks you.
Too late, he's up.
He's already come.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Happy.
Okay.
But Mr. Tang told me I could ask you some questions about the generator.
She gets a little bit of a fright. He's like, you could really do it in introducing yourself first. And she's like, Lucia.
Wait, are we still going by a fake name? Barry.
Barry, nice to
Barry.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
You're gonna have to stay with me though. And she's kind of walking around and she's giving some instructions as you're asking her questions.
Yeah. Who refueled the generator last night?
Who? And she kind of, I think it was. She's looking around, like kind of looking towards people, and she's like, I think it was. I think it was Jack, and she points over towards on the far, on the southern side of the kind of the large lumberyard. You see large piles of cut logs, and just kind of working in between them is a youngish lad, probably early.
Okay. Well, thank you for answering my question so deftly. If I need to talk to you again, I will come find you, but I'm going to go talk to Jack for now, and I'm just going to just bye, and then walk up to Jack.
Such a short flirting session.
Dude, I don't fuck. Dude, I always flirt with horses.
Did you say I don't fuck?
I don't fuck.
I don't fuck.
Excuse me, sir, but I do not fuck.
I don't fuck, I make love. Passionately. But yeah, I want to approach Jack and do the same thing. I'll just poke him on the shoulder when horses finish texting people.
Sorry, man. Fucking
Horse, can you stop
Mama's-
sending me inappropriate
Mama's-
pictures, please?
no, it's not. Man was panicking about birthday cake.
Oh.
That's the whole thing. Yeah, so you see he definitely gets a bit of a fright, and he jumps a big bit. It's like, oh, you need to stop. Yeah, you can't sneak up on people like that.
A big burly middle-aged man poking the shoulder. I would be scared of, to be fair. So, what the fuck?
Roll me a survey real quick though.
And the survey says,
Fucking let me double click.
Oh wait, maybe shit.
oh shit.
Maybe a
Focus?
focus. Yeah, I'm thinking more focus.
Okay, I'm going to roll focus. Fuck.
You gotta drive back.
I got a drive back though. I'm gonna obviously do my cunning 'cause it's the only drive I've used.
Yeah, so you kind of you see that he's just been kind of maybe rearranging some of these logs and stuff like that. And so, what has you sneak up on me anyway?
Well, I do apologize for making you jump, but I was wondering what pile of wood did you use last night to fuel the generator? Just out of curiosity.
Pile of wood.
Yeah.
It's one of the scraps, and he leads you kind of around the back of it. So just at the back of the log, the kind of the large shed, you see that there's a large just off cuts and maybe just kind of rough cuts and just almost like the shit pile essentially. Think of it. It's just any pieces of wood that don't cut don't kind of fit the grade that they're looking for or the type they're looking for are just lumped there. And that's been just used steady kind of cuts. And then if they ever need it, they rarely need to, but if they ever need it, they will just throw like kind of what can on into the generators. But they have a large steady supply of.
Yeah, I get you.
Well, that's in there.
Thank you, Jack.
Yeah,
thank you.
Go wild, I guess. And he's
yeah, no worries. I'm just looking for some good wood. As he walks up, I want to pull out my pocket watch.
Oh.
I'm pulling out my wood now, boys. We're gonna hack some wood. No, I want to pull out my pocket watch and see if I can't find any kind of bleed of any kind.
Okay. You pull out your pocket watch and you see that it just steadily ticks. No increase. Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna wander around the rough area with my pocket watch out, just to see if there's anything like nearby per se, like any of like the actual proper cuts of wood. So I'm trying to make it look at this.
I'm probably gonna retroactively change it so like our bleed detectors, it should be like probably like a very close sensor around you.
Okay,
I think, just from some of the early ones, I was like, I might be giving that away a bit too much of a distance. I'm not sure if they actually give a range, but I'm going to make them a little bit kind of.
You should just put them with the sense roll.
I thought they're just plain use. Do you actually roll them?
Oh, you should just roll it because you're using it to sense.
True. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. And I suppose,
then at least you can fail then, you know.
Yeah. Because maybe it takes a bit of concentration as well to use your own. It's not just anyone can pick it up and use it. Yeah, I like that. We'll go with that from now on. Right, so we'll say for your next time, for your next roll, we'll go with that. So for now, you're going to wander around. We'll say that you're scoping out most of this lumber yard to try and see. You're getting some weird eyes of people looking at you, wondering what you're doing. But...
Oh, I'm just looking at my watch. Like, what time is it?
What time is it again? I forgot already.
I forgot my glasses.
All right, back to Alfred and Archibald and Sean. If you're doing anything else, let me know.
No.
So she has boiled the kettle and she's made some tea for all three of us.
Oh, I love tea. Not me. Archibald does.
Thank you kindly, madam.
That's what's up.
Ma'am. This is just happening now.
Okay, what do you guys?
So is there something on your mind for you to have invited us into your house after?
Well, after you fucking practically telling her she was going to fucking hell, like, I'm pretty sure that's what made her right in.
Yeah.
Didn't tell her she was going to hell. I was asking her.
Oh, hey, stranger, come on in for tea.
I was asking her if she believed in heaven or hell. I didn't say she was going to hell.
Have you repented for your sins?
You can like spreads gasoline.
Sorry, do you have a minute to speak about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Well, I think I just wanted a bit of company, if being honest.
Completely understandable, ma'am, after everything that seems to have gone on in this town.
Well, especially some recent events. I'm sure you heard
about the deaths down the road, or
yeah. I'm lucky you didn't. Part of me feels like I should have died as well. I don't know what made me survive.
What we call in the industry is survivor's guilt there, madam. Not that you were lucky, it's that you just was.
I just was.
And just I am.
Well, what brings you here anyway? Because I feel like we don't often get the religious folk up in here.
But when something so drastic goes on, it's just good practice for the ground to be re-blessed so that these atrocities don't happen again.
I see.
I am just going to take this time to use another skill, Uncanny Eye.
Okay.
And I'm just going to have a look around. Kind of not like obviously, but just like subtly and like, is there anything out of place like the decoration.
Okay. Out of place in the decorations. You're gonna have to give me a little bit more in the sense of what you mean out of place, like just so I know what to.
So is everything like as I would expect, sort of like a widowed 50-year-old something woman who works at a mill, or is there anything that seems not quite place in this house that I can see?
And that ability just lets you spot something that's out of place, right?
It literally says you may spend 1 intuition,
Okay.
my last intuition, to ask the GM a question.
So is there anything that's out of place here?
Is there anything that seems to be out of place?
Okay. Yep. So as the Shelley is kind of rambling on, and maybe Archibald kind of chimes in a little bit, you're listening, but your focus kind of wane, and you start to pan around, very gently pan around the room, and you notice there's one thing that does catch your eye, and it really didn't, like, it's very subtle. You're not surprised you didn't find it beforehand, but you notice that she didn't use electricity to boil the water for the tea. She used a gas stove, like a small little gas. And when you notice that as well, you piece together that as you were walking in, you noticed that the electric bulb on the front was not burst.
But was the bulb lit? I don't know if I can ask you that, sorry.
You can't really ask me that.
Would we not have noticed that on the way in?
Does Ding ask me that, or he only supposed to get to ask one question?
I can only ask one question.
No, I'm asking you that. Like, would that have been in the detail as we approached the house? Would you have told us that? And I just can't remember it. Like, it's a
No,
genuine...
you never asked.
Okay. And can I ask now, is there lighting inside the house being used as electricity or like candles?
Well, it's still early enough in the day that there's, like, it's not required. Like, it's a bit gloomy, but there's no, she doesn't have any lights on.
So I think maybe she just doesn't use the electricity at all, like not just for the stove, just in general, like.
But we don't know that. Only he knows.
Okay, so I'll tune back into the conversation then. What's going on?
And then my pappy ended up in a wheelchair. That's all he comes back to.
Oh my, that stove is the best stove I've ever hit.
Yeah.
And she's like,
I stab her in the throat.
Why isn't it Dowdoo's laugh every time?
He's a little old man.
Oh, baby.
Well, it's more Joker laugh, I'm being honest with you.
I'm gonna kind of finish drinking the tea and be like, well, thank you very much for your time, madam. We'll be in town for the next day or so. If you wish to speak to me at all, or I could come round tomorrow morning and share a cup of tea with you again before we move on.
yeah, we'll see.
God rest your soul, sister.
Again, thank you very much for your time, and we will keep you in our thoughts and prayers.
Well, have a good rest of your day, and be careful. Some people say there's things out in the woods. Oh, that's just an old wives' tale.
Better start believing in ghost stories, Mr. Turner.
Alright.
I forget you.
The house, and I'll turn to Archibald. I'll be like, you notice what was wrong with that house?
She didn't offer me a cup of tea. She offered you two a cup of tea, and she didn't even offer me a cup of tea.
You said you walked off.
No, didn't notice anything out of place.
Wasn't using electricity or
what I said.
to boil the kettle. And I turn back and I look at the front porch, and is the light on the front porch?
The light is not on.
I walk over to the lads. So what you find out, boys?
So it's using whatever it is using the electricity to get to the houses. If the electricity doesn't run, say they don't turn on the light or they don't use the kettle to boil.
Well, obviously, if she uses electricity, she has a light in the front of the thing.
Oh, but the light's not on. Good man.
Let me see. And I'm gonna try to turn the light on with my special powers, because I actually can do that.
Okay, try it.
I
Thank
can.
you, man.
You don't roll. What do you do?
I can roll a stance. I can roll a stance roll. I can flip a switch, knock over something, turn a light on, pull a light out, move a small object with my mind.
Okay, make a sense roll.
Why do I feel like this is such a bad idea and we've just signed a death warrant?
Yeah, why do I feel like I'm about to come back and see charred corpses on the floor?
I failed. Well, you know what? I got to take a bleed to make it a full success.
Full success. Okay.
So I sent the bleed from my nose.
fucking 11 over here.
Just to turn on the light.
It is 11. It's Stranger Things. What we're playing right now.
I want to show off in front of my
His whole
homie.
body's fucking shaking, and he's like, "Come on."
I can do it. Poppy.
That fucking image in my head is so funny, man.
Archibald just walks up and just flips the switch. Just
And you see that the light bulb, like, it fizzles a little bit, and then boom, and then you see the light bulb flick on.
Ah, see?
electricity.
You see blood come from
Oh no, it's not an aneurysm.
She does use electricity.
Can I just say that you may or may not have just signed that woman's death warrant?
Well, that's a shocking revelation.
You might want to turn that light off before she is
Oh no,
inducted into the Hall of the Dead.
He's about to fucking melt himself there.
She can turn it off first. No, she can turn it off herself.
God.
So-
we're about to come back to his day.
You actually hear like a crackling and a spark after the light flicks on. And it sounds like it comes from out the back of her house.
Gentlemen, and I slap all of them on the ass.
Slap him on the ass. Go boys.
Well, I'm the old man, they're the young ones.
That is true. They can run.
Sounds like it's is it like an open backyard or?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk towards the kind of engine and then walk around and have a look around the back.
I'm gonna do that old man thing when you do slow walk, but very fast.
So you see that as you walk around, you can see the back garden. The tree line is like not too far away from the house. It's probably maybe 20 feet. Kind of way, like the tree line is quite close to the houses, and you see that there's a large kind of like telephone pole that runs alongside the houses. It's not a telephone, electricity pole. So that's how the wiring comes towards the houses. But down close to the bottom is the like transformer. You know, like the big kind of, I think they're called transformers, aren't they? That kind of hang off.
Yeah.
Robots in the sky.
Huh?
Robots in the
robots in
sky.
the skies, and you've seen that the spark has it seems to be kind of like sparking a little bit. The transformer itself, it seems to be like almost struggling, or there's something weird going on with the sound out of it. And just as we're doing that, Pooples, we come back to you. Happy? Well, we need to end.
Yeah, you can go for
Otherwise-
it.
How much longer do you think?
Well, I am up out at 4 in the morning, so.
Okay, give me 5-10 minutes. I think this will have to be a 2-session, unfortunately. So that's
Yeah, well, next week I'm like, if we do it next Friday, I'm off Saturday. If you are up for next
you're
week,
not off Saturday.
I'm off Saturday.
Oh, you are off Saturday. Okay. We
Next
might
Saturday.
be able to pencil it in for Friday then. That was
1 second. Let me check what I'm working that Friday.
we'll sort that out
Continue
afterwards.
first,
Yeah,
just
we'll sort
like
that out
that.
afterwards.
Yeah.
I have a good point here where we can end. So Pooples, you walk around and you don't find any. Your bleed detector doesn't really go off anywhere
Yeah.
around the kind of lumber. What would you kind of like to do?
Well, I'm gonna at this point just kind of make my way back because obviously I haven't found anything. However long it's been.
Yeah. So you'll start walking back towards where the guys are most likely down towards the house. That's where you last would have
Yeah,
seen
so
you
where-
were going.
Yeah, where they were heading towards. Yeah.
Yeah. So as Alfred, Archibald, and Sean make your way around the back of this house, I want you to make me I suppose whoever's first, we'll say, decided
That would have been me.
you. I want you to make an inspect roll. Or it's not inspect, sorry, my god, I read the fucking thing. Focus.
Focus. Yeah.
My bad.
What is with these rolls?
So you see that the transformer is sparking, and you're not really too sure why. When you're getting a little bit too close to it, and you start to see it start sparking, sparks are a little bit. It's like coming off, jolting off, so it's like you get a little bit, nearly get shocked. You get so close. One thing you can see is that there's almost like a mound of dirt just at the base of this pole that leads, like kind of it like builds up to the transformer.
I would just say to the other two that are with me, like, shut that fucking generator off.
I was gonna say, like, am I seeing these sparks as well? Am I too far away at this point?
You're too far away. You're close though. You're getting close to being able to.
Okay.
I grab Alban Archibald by the shoulders, and I go, "Boy, it's time for you to run over. I'm too old for this shit."
It's time for me to what, sorry?
Turn off the generator.
What?
Turn off the generator.
Oh, okay, yeah. Jesus Christ, sorry, I couldn't piece it together. I was cutting in and out for a second. Yeah, okay.
I heard run off the generator and
That's what I
jump
said. I
off
was
the
like,
generator.
and I was like,
Get off there. I'm too old for this shit.
I go over and no, it's not safe for stream. Okay, I'll sprint over and try and turn it off.
Okay, so you have to run back up the street, and you leave Sean and Alfred back in the backyard.
Okay.
And as you're kind of walking down, you see Jeffrey.
Wait, me? I'm meant to be running. No, this sounds like an emergency.
Yeah, you're running down, and Jeffrey will be walking down, so you kind of run in. You nearly run into him as well. Just as an FYI, if you want to say it to each other.
Yeah, I'll be like, Jeffrey, we've got to turn off the generator.
Okay. And he decides to start running with me.
Okay. As you guys are running to turn off the generator.
Like, oh, I've got a stitch.
I'm still like,
I got a stitch.
Alfred and Sean, anything else that you're doing looking at this?
I'm gonna take out my rosary braids, which are my strange weapon, and then I whip them out and they kind of go very sharp, and thick. And I have these roses and I slowly walk towards.
oh my god, he's gonna stab the dirt.
I'm just in a defensive position.
Cool. So yeah, you walk up towards the dirt, and make me a focus roll as you get closer.
I thought you were gonna ask him to do like a move roll, something to like parkour out the way of the spot.
I'll do this with disadvantage, so I will put one drive into it.
It's mixed success. So as you kind of get a bit close, or you spot in the dirt mound, you happen to see, maybe you kind of come from the right hand side where Alfred was coming from the left hand side, and as you get closer, on the right hand side, you swear you see something that looks like a thumb is pressed against the transformer.
It's covered, it's out of the ground, holding it.
If there was the rest of a hand to it, you would think it's reaching out of the ground and touching the transformer.
Alfred, look! There's a fucking hand.
Cut the thumb off.
So as you guys are looking at this, Archibald and Jeffrey. Archibald and Jeffrey make it back to the generator and roll me a fucking. Would you guys understand what would be you to use?
Initiative.
Roll initiative.
We're attacking.
You're not wrong. You're not
focus,
wrong.
no? I think
it's focus again. Yeah, sorry. I feel like I'm using focus a lot, but yeah, focus. Inspect, analyze, remember. Yeah, I think focus.
So you want both of us to roll, just one?
One of you, if you want. Everyone wants to help.
I can help someone.
Yeah, let's say if I roll, then you can.
If you wanna, yeah, you can give drive, or you can just make the effectiveness of it better.
I'll give drive.
I'm gonna stick to my 2 dice. Let's hope for the best, boys. Wait, fuck, press the wrong button. Yeah.
Make success and a gilded as well. Okay, so as Sean and Alfred are kind of being down looking at this, you hear the hum of the electricity in the lines and the transformer dies down. And you're confident that the electricity is gone.
I'm gonna hold the switch down, or wherever it is.
yeah. Whatever it is that the generator has, some sort of big fucking switcher lever. So yeah, Sean, you're confident that you see a thumb that's sticking out of the dirt mound and is pressing against the transformer.
I'm gonna go over and take the transformer out of his hand.
So you're gonna move the thumb?
No, I'm gonna move the transformer.
Oh, you can't do that. It's way too big, way too heavy. It's a big fucking bulky.
It's a big box.
Oh.
Yeah. Big metallic.
I thought he was holding on to there's a little button to it.
Oh no, sorry, no.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm going to move then the hand.
Okay. So with your foot. So as you use your foot, you kind of maybe try and move the hand. Some of the dirt starts to kind of fall away from it, and you almost you're confused at first at what you're seeing, but it looks like there's a hand, and more of the dirt falls away as you kick at it, and you kind of move dirt away. You see it's a hand that is melted to other little body parts, different parts of animals, birds, you name it. It's this amorphous, weird construction, and the whole hand is gripping onto the transformer, and you see that it looks like this extends, and now that you see this line, it looks like you can see a line directing through the dirt that has been covered over, leading into the woods.
Oh shit.
Alfred and Sean, I want you to take a brain for seeing something like this.
Did a scar, yeah.
No, 1 brain. If you have 3 in brain already, then it's a scar.
Oh no, I've only got 2 in
Oh.
brain.
So you see this, and it looks like it trails. You can tell from looking at it, it trails into the woods. And the two of you glance into the scarlet woods. The canopy almost makes the shade look darker than it should be. And a chill goes down your spine. I will pick it up next time.
Looks like we're going into the woods, boys.
Not me and Jeffrey. We're in the generator room.
We're having a grand old time in here.
No, we'll wait for you, boys. Space again.
Well done.
Great teaching, but
Great, that.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Good.
A lot more like questioning and a lot more.
it's very heavy on the roleplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys
Yeah.
are doing very good. Yeah, no, actually, I think you guys are doing. You're doing very good with it, though. Really, I'm enjoying it as a DM anyway. I
And
was,
so I like the whole aspect of like heavily instead of roleplay because it's not very often you get to do that.
Yeah. And it's. I know like some of us here are more familiar with it, so it's getting people more comfortable with it as well. So like you only just get fucking better if you get into this sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's 1,000,000,000%. That was really good.
Well, thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks for the session.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
Thanks
much
for
for the
having
session.
me.
Appreciate it, horse. It was good.
Yeah. Thanks for playing, lads. That was a lot of fun. And we'll chat about doing the next session maybe Friday week.
Yeah.
If that suits you. We should get
Done.
like 100% get it done in